All right, doing this video completely naked. Don't ask why. Okay, ask why. There isn't a reason. I'm just naked. Come on. Not like you're gonna fucking see anything. Well, I turn into mirror or something and then you see all kinds of shit. That'd be funny, right? Fuck off. Just kidding. Guess the lighting's okay over here. The last of this light. What did I really want to say? All right, this is gonna be brief. I was at the gotta be careful, right? Careful where I set this. Watch it falls and then I regret it. Just kidding, that won't happen. Come on, fuck's sake. Trying this motherfucker. There we go. A little fake tripod. Fake ass tripod. Whoa, Jesus Christ! All right. All right. Here's what I wanted to say. I don't know if I like doing a naked video. It's a shirtless video. It's not naked. I'm so fucking this goddamn thing. Just wanted to talk about technology for a second. God's sake. All right. Here's what I wanted to say. Okay. Got to do this. What do you do? What can I just be? Am I just a fucking animal? Can I just exist? I don't like the way my hair looks. I don't like the way my face looks. My chest doesn't look worked out enough. All right, listen, I'm just gonna talk, right? I was juggling at the park and I see these everywhere. Everywhere there's people, okay? And everybody's on their phone, okay? Groups of kids like 15, 16, 20s, hanging out together talking, all on the phone, all. Couples, 50 and 60-year-old couples walking on the street, on the phone, each on their own phone. Kids, individual kids everywhere on the phone. The giant, stupid-looking guitar that's not even cool in the splash pad area of St. George where I was juggling. Whoa. I edited that so you didn't see shit. The splash pad area where the giant guitar is, which I don't even think is cool. Do you like the echo in here? I don't even think is cool. People are like, oh, you'll really like it. It's a guitar. Why? Because I play guitar? That doesn't mean I fucking like guitar statues. I've never cared about the thing once. Scratching my fucking ass naked. All right, shut up. So, back to the thing. What do I see in front of the guitar, though? There's a group of what I assume are approximately 14-year-old girls. There's about 4 or 5 of them. Oh, you were really paying attention. Calm yourself down. What I noticed is that they were there for, I couldn't believe how long. Without exaggerating, it felt like it was 30 minutes. And the whole time, you know what they were doing? Setting up the perfect picture. That's what they were doing, setting up the perfect picture, okay? And they keep talking about, oh, I made a weird face in that one, try it again. No, you stand over there. And this goes on forever. Meanwhile, they're all on their phones, but there's like 1 or 2 main ones that are taking the pictures. And again, all over the park, everybody's on their phone. Now, before you think I'm coming with like a very condemning kind of tone about this, I'm not. Here's what I want to say though. A couple observations. And this is nothing new, nothing out of the ordinary. The girls taking the picture, 14 years old, okay? They're 14 and the whole time who's here? Who's here? Don't worry, you won't see me. Little Rubu. Little Ru. It's good to hold a cat naked. You know how people like to hold their baby when they're naked? Here you go. So, these girls are there the whole time taking this picture and they're on their phones the whole time too, okay? And I just keep thinking, man, what did I do when I was 14? And I know that sounds like some old person shit. I'm okay with it. But I was like 14, 9th grade, okay? Smoking a lot of weed all the time, a little bit of acid and mushrooms when I could. Selling acid and mushrooms, because I was more afraid of taking it than I was of selling it. Obsessed with music, completely enamored with it. Which in the 9th grade, is that what you do? Pick your nose on camera? 9th grade is a lot of, for me, a lot of Deftones, Incubus. Oh, I'm working at Meijer at the time. I'm a bag boy, cart bitch, garbage cleaner, floor sweep, little bitch. Okay? And of course, we don't have phones. If we had phones, let me just go ahead and say again, I'm not condemning. I'm sure the Epsom salts of life. I'm sure if we had phones back then, that I would have had one if my parents let me. But we didn't have them, okay? So what was I doing though when I wasn't working? I was hanging out with my friends, we were riding bikes, we were going to the woods. And again, I'm not gonna say, we were more physical, we did things when I was a child, we weren't just staring at our technology devices. I feel a little bit of that, but not more in an observational way, not a condemning way, okay? And so, what else did I do? I smoked weed with my friends. I tried to go on adventures with my friends. We loved exploring the woods. I played video games. I played a lot of video games. Well, in 9th grade, I was already done with Final Fantasy VII. I don't know what games I was playing in 9th grade. I'm assuming it was still Super Nintendo. I don't feel as though I had a... You know what? That's not true. I had a PlayStation by then. I was playing PS1 games, which, those are really something. Here, I'll move back. You get a little more of the nude male figure, right? I don't know. My brother Dan, Igor. Is that it? Oh no. You guys don't need a nude male figure. Hey, make your own video. This is mine, all right? So anyhow, it just got me thinking, and of course the question I asked myself pertaining to these like 14-year-old girls all just taking a picture for a half hour of themselves, I was like, does it mean something? Because everybody always wants to say, yeah, I wonder what it means. And you hear people are like, it's disturbing, it's scary. And I get that perspective, I'm just not so quick to be like, it is disturbing or it's scary. And this is the kind of the apex of the story. I haven't felt that until today. But you know, another thought I had was I was self-conscious my entire upbringing. I'm still self-conscious, incredibly self-conscious, completely insecure, completely feel inadequate in every single way you can imagine, despite the fact that I am not, okay? As subjective as that is. So I'm thinking these girls, 14, and they're like so big on we have to look just right. They have Instagram, they have TikTok, they all have cameras, they're all taking selfies, they have to get the right angle so they look just right. And I was like, I wonder what that means for them, because I'm self-conscious and insecure because I got ridiculed a lot as a child, okay? I don't know what it would be like if I had the pressures. It's not to say there weren't pretty models and handsome men on television and in movies. There certainly were, but we didn't have the social media culture that they have, where they're just, I feel like kids, and I say this like I'm assuming, I don't really know, but I have to assume they're kind of bludgeoned with images of like the most beautiful Instagram and TikTok people, and must feel like they can possibly never live up to that. Maybe I shouldn't say they must feel that way. They might feel that way. I'm wondering, do they feel that way? Might they feel that way? Okay, and what does that mean? What does that mean for them? Is their insecurity or lack thereof going to be any different? Let me get you some more of the nude male figure, all right? Mark Leatherman, my trainer, always tells me to tighten my core up. I'm supposed to do that all day long. This is embarrassing. I'm looking at the little screen right now. I don't know if this one's going to make it up there. Just kidding. Life is short. Can I just make a video where I have my shirt off and I might be naked from the rest down? I am. Point 2, okay? Again, I saw the people. It was just, you know how, again, I said earlier that people are like, that's fucking disturbing or that's scary, right? And I think that's a little bit of a overreaction. I don't think that's necessarily an appropriate way to respond to what technology is. Although if you want to talk about the scary part, it is scary and utterly disturbing that the people who designed the apps are basically like experts at getting you addicted to stuff. And you can go look that up. I'm not just spouting off some bullshit. Indistractable is a good book on that topic. Unplugged is another one. I'm missing one or two. There's one that's got a really clever name. It's like smartphone. It's like dumb phone or something. That's not what it's called. But anyhow, you read that the people who design the apps are just basically, the things are designed to make you completely and totally addicted to them. So does it surprise you that everybody's addicted to them? No, it's designed that way, and it's a success, right? So, despite the fact that everybody says that's disturbing, that's not, I did find myself a little bit judgmental. I was like, I'm fucking juggling, baby. I'm fucking juggling 4 balls, 3 balls, 3 clubs. I'm going fucking nuts. I had a good day, and I'm just like, it's better, right? Isn't what I'm doing definitely better than what these kids are doing? Gotta make my hair look cool, because I don't like the way I look. Isn't like being physical and doing something artistic, like, isn't that better than this? I don't know. Is it better? Worse? Does there have to be one? Am I getting more enjoyment out of life by juggling than this kid is? A lot of people would immediately say, yeah, you are. Like, this is not that interesting. It's just what everybody's addicted to. And that might be true. God damn, I really hurt my forearm today on some juggle shit. Hence, I'm naked and about to be in the bathtub because I'm going to do an Epsom salts bath. But I want to say the answer is yes, you know? For my own life, I can tell you, yes, I get way more enjoyment out of juggling or hitting the gym or fucking riding a bike or reading or playing an instrument or almost anything more than this. And I am saying this, right? I'm really being a little bit reductive about what it is. If they're communicating with their friends, they're looking information up. What is that true? What do they do? What do kids do on their phones? I know they chat with each other, which is cool. We loved it when, I'm about to be 37 in April. We loved it when AOL Instant Messenger came out. It was unbelievable. And we were hooked on it. So same with ICQ, a little bit different, but so I completely understand. Why do I have goose flesh? Am I getting just so nostalgic about a personal computer? No. So what else are they doing? They're going on their apps. They're probably, some of them play games. I feel like that's more an old person thing, playing games on your phone. It's funny that the app developers are like, we can get the old people addicted to games and everybody else is just gonna chat with their friends. Whoa, I'm moving back. Just kidding, you can't see shit. What if I call this video like naked and talking about technology? In fact, I probably will, but I hope YouTube doesn't flag it. Because I'm naked, but you don't see it, you know what I mean? Okay, so I gotta say, I really was observing it today though, and I really felt like some They Live shit. And if you don't know what They Live is, that's a problem for starters. Just kidding, look. It's a John Carpenter movie where they wear special glasses and they realize that there's all subliminal advertising. And there's like very few people who are not a part of it. And I've got to say, I felt a little bit like that today because it kept coming. I kept seeing more and more people just staring at their phone. And I actually felt the thing that the people say, like, that's disturbing, that's scary. I was like, I'm kind of scared. Now, what am I scared of? Why would that scare me? Why would that disturb me? I guess if I had to break it down, it's because I'm living my life so different, and I'm not trying to pay myself any lip service here, like compliment myself. I think maybe there's something wrong. But it's like my life and the way I live it is so different from these groups of people who are on their phone at all times, these couples who are on their phone at all times. There was even a carousel. This is really when it kicked off. There was a carousel and there's kids on it, and I was watching the carousel. I was like, that's so fucking cool. And there was a mom. I'll just admit, I checked the mom out, okay? And what did I see? She didn't look good. Her butt was like really small and not right. But what was she doing? Her fucking kids are on a carousel, okay? And she's staring at the phone. I don't know. Something's wrong. It strikes me as something's wrong. And I'm not saying this in a paranoid, like, something's wrong and something bad is going to happen. Although I'm wondering, and I've asked people this many times, what does it mean? What is the future for kids who have grown up glued to a fucking computer at all times, in their pocket, in their hand, wrecking their thumbs, I forgot what they call the thing that it does to your spine. There's an actual spinal, basically a repetitive strain injury, which it's not the same as a regular injury, right? Like, although I can attest to the fact that RSIs are really bad, like my whole setup for a computer is based around preventing RSIs now. That's repetitive strain injury because I had so many problems with my right hand. Yeah, my 20s, ages like 23 to 26, I was really busy in the studio. I usually work these 10 to 12 hour days, sometimes 7 days a week. I worked like a dog. I was in demand. Okay, that's true. I'm just making a funny joke about it, but I overused a mouse and ended up with a fucked up thumb for life, probably. Use your thumb for a lot of stuff, though. I'm holding a book. I'm using my thumb. I'm juggling. I'm using my thumb, although I've learned to not use them. Like when I juggle a lot now, I'm using just hands and not thumbs. Back to the topic, though. So I was actually like, what does it mean? And I don't think anybody has the answer to that. I think they will. You know, I mean, a lot of people like to say it's the reason that everybody's attention span is fucked. It's a lot of kids feeling inadequate, not good enough because they're just seeing images of models all the time. You know, it's not real life. It's funny, I was talking to Trent about that one time. Trent watches my videos, but 16 minutes in, he's gone. He's gone now. And he was like, is it not real life? Like, is it not where real life takes place? Like, that's the social thing, the community, the romance, the dating, the like, the this, the that. It's like everything's plugged into it. I guess it's kind of like, and this is really, I'm embarrassed to make this comparison. You know, in The Dark Knight when they have all those fucking screens and they're like, this is too much power in the technology. It's like, all right, you know what? When the NSA did all their silly shit after 9/11, Edward Snowden was like, guys, this is kind of fucked up. They have a lot of power. That's true. It's no surprise that the US government wanted to fucking hang him. Wanted to have him tried in a military court for treason. How ridiculous. You just can't, you can't question things, right? We were like way past you can't question stuff. But really, he's kind of one of the biggest, like, he did question stuff kind of guy and got in a lot of trouble for it. Lives in what, Russia now, right? I wonder how that's going. Russia versus Ukraine. Edward Snowden stuck in Russia. Anyhow, what was I going to say? Edward Snowden talked about. Yeah, so I'm just saying, that is these, I'm not sure who's given the power. So the Batman thing, right? When they're like, they have all those cameras and they're like, it's too much power it would corrupt anybody. Who's in charge? And by the way, who regulates porn? I was just wondering about that. Who regulates pornography? Is it the FCC? Because if so, that's kind of interesting. I know a little bit about the FCC. I have to make broadcast commercials to their standards. I know a good bit about it. Come on, LUFS, LKFS, LUFS. Loudness. But who's in charge? And who gets the data? I know they like to say big tech, right? Which means Instagram, Facebook, Google. Okay? And whoever the fuck, the company that owns TikTok probably by now, the Asian, what's their name? I can't remember. They do have a tremendous amount of power. What do they get out of it? A lot of money through advertising? Probably. What else, though? Are they controlling people's lives? And I don't mean that in some paranoid, schizophrenic way, like they have a little switch in there robotically controlling people. I just mean, let me get you some more of the male nude figure here. Hi, Tiki. Oh, he ran. He was like, I see what this is, and I don't want anything to do with it. What is it? I love you. I do. I really love you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Got him. Tricked him. Nude cat. Nude with the cat. Mr. Tiki. He's a little boy. And don't tell me he doesn't look like that dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. Because he does. He's got a song. His nickname's Mr. His feet. He's got a song that goes, Mr. Bobo. Mr. Bobo. He's a mokey peek woo jammy bam. He's a peek woo mokey jammy bam. Is he not cute? Those eyes, right? Not mine, his. Look at them. Joke's on me. Nobody thought, oh, yours? They were all like, yeah, the cat's. Everybody being 5 people. I'm out of breath. Oh, right there, Tiki. You go down. Okay. I meant Tiki go down in the bathtub, not Tiki go down, okay? For all you sick-minded fucks. So, back to the thing, and I'll shut up about it after this, but who has the power? I'm kind of blown away that Instagram, again, let's just say big tech, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, are not actual government agencies. Like, in my mind, they're more powerful, right? And I know this topic is kind of, you know, overdone, but it's something that nobody ever really thinks of. That's not true. It's something that I don't feel like is commonly discussed anymore, except among people who are like, it's fucking disturbing, the kids on the phones, right? Like, but I really want to ask, I really wonder, here's my questions to the gods of technology. What, those kids who are addicted to their phones by age 14 or younger, I don't really know, I'm guessing, what impact, if any, will that have on their future in terms of their cognition, their social abilities, their anxiety levels, their self-image? And what does the tech powers that be do with all the information other than sell it to advertisers and make money and profile you? Like, is there a really like a secret government collusion thing that I just don't know about and is not spoken about? Like, by now I know that like Google does make things for the not the federal, yeah, I guess the federal government, CIA. I know like CIA has their own special and it's like shit designed by Google, like, and that's kind of out in the open. So beyond that, I have no doubt that there's like all kinds of secret operations that they hire them for, like to create, I don't know, ingenious, forward-thinking, futuristic, we can't even comprehend kind of computer software. Doesn't that seem obvious? Can we just draw that obvious conclusion? But yeah, and by the way, when I'm like, oh, what the future of kids, I'm not like, save the children, take the phones away from the kids. I'm just asking. I don't have kids, okay? I'm just observing, okay? I'm juggling in the park and I just see a world that is really a lot different than the one I grew up in. And that's true of any big generational gap though, right? But I don't know if there's been anything like the personalized handheld advertises to you, pounds images of Instagram girls, sexies into your fucking brain and images of beauty, and reads your fucking data and builds a consumer profile on you based on what kind of shit you look at, what kind of porn you look at, what sites you visit, how often you buy whatever you buy and who you buy it from. Like, that's pretty intense. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it's kind of unparalleled. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know a lot of people being 5 are just gonna be like, who cares? Don't you have anything better to do, right? Hey, I was juggling, then I came home and I'm lonely, okay? But also, fuck you, because I'm thinking, what do you do when you sit down and shit on the toilet? You look at your phone and scroll through messages? Do you look at pictures? You know, one time, fuck Robert Saunders, man. You don't know who that is. Maybe you do. One time I went to dinner with him and he was like, the whole time, I'm not fucking exaggerating, scrolling through his pictures. It was fucking unfathomable to me that this is how he wanted to fucking conduct himself. A grown 50-something-year-old man. It's like, hi, not that I need the attention, but hi, am I fucking here? Did you want me to come here? Was the other seat, does it make you feel lonely to not have a fucking human being sitting there, that you needed me to sit there so you could just fucking scroll at pictures and ignore me? Fuck you. Anyhow, my joke. What do you do when you're sitting on the toilet and shitting? I'm sorry, don't you think? Doesn't everybody think? So I'm thinking and I'm talking about it, okay? And who cares? And who gives a fuck? I'm right, I'm wrong. It matters, it doesn't matter. I wasted my time, I didn't waste my time. I can't stand, let me say it 3 times. I can't stand when people are like, who cares, right? It's like, hey asshole, I've been talking about it for 24 minutes. I guess I do. I guess I care. I must fucking care about this thing. In what sense I care about it? Probably pretty limited. Just not much more than a pretty lowbrow intellectual, pseudo-intellectual musing, but you see it, you can't deny it, you can't ignore it, I feel like, when especially if you're kayaking or something, right? you're doing your figure eights, you're kayaking, which I've done once. Okay, I'm not a kayaker, and it's just like you come back and everybody, it feels like they live. Again, John Carpenter movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's a good one. End of, I don't really want to call this a rant. I want to call it like an inquisitive, a bit of an exploration, okay? Just a little bit of an explanation. And, I'm sorry, exploration. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just curious. But that's just to be clear to anybody who's into that, like, who cares, bro? It doesn't matter, bro. That's pretty dismissive, you know? If somebody is doing some shit and they're interested in it, encourage them. Don't fucking shut them down. Don't be dismissive and poo-poo their fucking intellectual musings or their thought process or their whatever the fuck they're doing. I can't stand that. As you can tell, I've dealt with a fair amount of that. And I've dealt with it at ages where I didn't have the understanding to be like, who cares, bro? And I didn't have the understanding to be like, oh, wait a second, I do. I was always like, oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't care about it. That's fucking garbage, man. It's fucking garbage to shut people's opinions down. Does that happen in our day and age? Does anybody shut down opinions? Does anybody's opinion ever get shut down or censored? Bye!